Good evening. My name is Jackie Cowell. I am the Executive Director of Early Learning New Hampshire. We're a statewide organization that is committed to ensuring that all New Hampshire children have the opportunity to reach their full potential. You know, I want to think about something. A child born today will graduate from high school in 2032. Think about what that's going to be like. They will retire in 2080. But just think about their world. When I was in high school, our class took a field trip to visit a computer. A little bit different. So they will retire probably in 2080, and many will hold jobs that haven't been invented yet. So what can we do to prepare the children for this complex world that they will inherit? Fortunately, what children need is no longer a mystery. An explosion in the science of early childhood development now shows that early experiences literally build the architecture of the developing brain. Much like a house, it's built from the bottom up. And positive, responsive interactions with supportive adults is the key ingredient early in life to making sure there's a solid structure for all the learning, behavior, and health that follows. Science also shows that adverse early childhood experiences can also derail development and produce toxic levels of stress in the developing brain and body that can have lifelong consequences. That's why it's so important that we give all children the kinds of experiences that will provide a sturdy foundation for their development. Building those foundations is critical to do early because complex skills will be built on top. The Neil and Louise Tillotson Fund of the New Hampshire Charitable Foundation has made significant targeted investments in making sure that there is a coordinated system in Coos County so that every child has the right kinds of opportunities and supports they need to thrive. The Tillotson Fund understands that investing in children is not only a moral imperative, it is also a serious economic development issue. When we invest wisely in families and in proven and effective programs and institutions, we can drive positive outcomes for all our kids in all our communities. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Kirsten Scobie, Director of Tillotson Funds at the Charitable Foundation. In 2006, the Neil and Louise Tillotson Fund was established to support Coos County and surrounding communities in the United States and Canada. Tillotson Fund Advisory Committee members read the compelling data and research about brain development, toxic stress, and the economic return for supporting quality early care and education. Several Federal Reserve banks had reported that investing in youth, in particular ages birth to 5, had the greatest return. Every dollar invested returned $4 to $17 in education, criminal justice, and rehabilitation savings. And Coos County was in acute need of that kind of investment. In 2008, 15.2 of Coos children lived in poverty. The median household income was the lowest among New Hampshire counties. Family support programs were not coordinated. The child care sector was fragmented. And so in 2009, the Tillotson Fund committed $5 million to focus on strengthening and connecting the key institutions in mental health, childcare, family supports, and higher education to improve outcomes for kids. The goal was systems change to build a comprehensive, systemic approach that would last. Today, children are in better childcare centers, more educators have advanced degrees in early childhood studies, evidence-based programs are in place, families have access to high-quality mental health services. The list goes on. I want to recognize and thank Neil and Louise Tillotson for their enduring generosity, and the Tillotson Trust and Tillotson Fund advisors who boldly invested in a creative and long-term strategy to support regional revitalization. The video you are about to see highlights the Coos Coalition for Young Children and Families, which in many ways is the glue that holds the whole system together so North Country children can thrive. Thank you.
It's a moral imperative. The coalition is there to help the community build that solid foundation for all the children in the community.
And there is economics that prove that this actually works. The reason that we came together around this idea was the research that's out there about early brain development and how important it is to work with young children as early as possible. So it was sort of like an aha moment where we said, you know, we could really change the trajectory for kids in this county if we all came together, if we identify some specific goals, and we all work towards those goals at the same time.
An infant is born with tremendous brain potential, millions and millions and millions of neurons, more neurons than at any other time in their life. Now, a baby who's getting optimal stimulation, that baby's going to build that really strong neural connection, and hopefully that baby will continue as he or she grows to be in environments that promote neural pathways because they can continue to be built.
And early childhood experiences will change the chemistry in their brain for the rest of their life. The earlier we can intervene, the more of a difference we can make.
So we're doing different kinds of screening early on to make sure that children are developing on track and we can track that development over time. The other area that we're focusing on is evidence-based curricula. And what that means is that our caregivers and our home visitors, people who are interacting with families and children, are using strategies and ways of working that have already been proven to be successful by research.
If you look at Heckman and other economists who do studies about the value of early childhood, they'll tell you that for every dollar you spend on early childhood, you save $7 in the long run.
How that return is measured is social benefits. So children who experience this program were more likely to complete high school, less likely to be incarcerated. Those provide a benefit by cost savings to society.
Really what we're trying to do is create a coordinated system in Coos County that focuses on children 0 to 6. There's only 1,500 kids under the age of 6 in Coos County. We really could touch each one of those 1,500 kids if we thought about it. My personal hope is that Coos County is going to become known as the best place to raise children in New Hampshire.